All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 11 of the Sports Wire. I'm Tyler Pinero. I'm joined here with Andrew Youngworth, the co-host.
Yep, that's me.
Andrew, the water is actually so dirty right now.
I'm surprised I made it into work today, Tyler, because I went swimming in the dirty water last night again.
Dude, your legs are all red and stuff,
I know, it's a problem.
Are your teeth okay? Because I know you had to get them checked today at the dentist.
I did. It literally took 10 minutes, actually, because everyone was just in a good mood. Because the Red Sox have now won 7 straight games.
They did.
26-5 in their last 31 games, and I just love that dirty water.
I love the dirty water, man. It's filthy and disgusting, and I feel like a dog swimming in the grass right now. But, you know, the water's dirty. The Sox are winning. It is fine. And the water somehow just got dirtier about 20 minutes ago. Breaking news from Jeff Passan. Roman Anthony and the Boston Red Sox are in agreement on an 8-year, $130 million contract extension, keeping him with the team through 2034 because the contract's going to kick in next year in 2026. So, Andrew, I am juiced right now. Tyler, I don't know about you. I am ecstatic.
Tyler, I just want to scream. I'm not going to. I want to scream. I want to scream as loud as I can, but I can't right now. So I got to keep it somewhat professional. Yeah, even though sometimes you're wearing a Bucket Squad shirt, I'm wearing an orange shirt. We're going to keep it professional and not scream.
Yeah, sometimes you got to let out a primal scream just to let the juices flow a little bit.
Roman Anthony is here for the next 8 years.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Well, technically 9, but he has... He has 8-year contract, and then the rest of this year. The Red Sox 2 months ago have never been more in the dumps, and now we've never been more back. It's actually unbelievable.
Cutter is king. Finally came back from his stint with the Mets. I'm glad to have him back, even though he low-key kind of snaked us. But at least it was with a team that we're mutually somewhat friends with.
We hate the Yankees.
Yeah,
that's about it.
We're friends with the Mets.
1986 was a long time ago.
The Mets might not come. Mets might not come to the wedding, but it's like if we see them on the street, I'll be like, yo, how you doing, man? You doing good?
It's been 40 years since the Bill Buckner incident, but I think we've all gotten better with it. And we weren't alive for it, obviously.
We weren't,
so
Your grandfather was, and he wasn't too happy about it.
Yeah, he was not very pleased. But right now, the Red Sox, he's very pleased with the current Red Sox team. So
I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that.
So, let's sum it up. If you guys can tell, we already started by talking about the Red Sox. Roman Anthony's here for 8 years. The Red Sox have won 7 straight. They're now 64-51. 3 games behind the Blue Jays for first place in the American League, not just the division.
Guess who's 3.5 games behind the Red Sox? Because they're so trash. The Yankees lose!
The New York Yankees after a trade deadline, traded for a whole new bullpen and some new outfielders, and everyone thought the Yankees were going to be disgusting. Everyone said the Yankees are the best bullpen in the league. They have just gotten swept by the Marlins, and now they're currently losing to the Texas Rangers. They're now 3.5 games behind us.
Camilo Duvall got walked off the other day by Josh Jung.
He did.
Who didn't even have 10 homers on the year yet. Oh, dude, it just makes you smile, like how you're smiling right now.
In the middle of June, I have a smile on my face. In the middle of June, we were 11 games behind the Yankees. Now we're 3.5. We have jumped 14 games ahead of the Yankees, and now we're 3.5 games ahead.
I want to jump in the dirty water, dude. I just want to jump in the dirty water.
I'm feeling confident, but don't forget, we're doing all this with the hardest schedule after All-Star break.
Yeah.
And that means there's harder times on the way. We got to go to the Padres after this.
Yep.
And then pretty soon, I believe we go to Houston. Yep. So those are going to be tough. We did just sweep Houston, but
we beat Hunter Brown.
A lot tougher.
Don't forget,
and then
we beat Hunter Brown.
Soon, we go to New York. We go to the Bronx. That's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be a good series.
If we take the series against the Yankees, then we win the season, which is a win in itself.
Mm-hmm. So, Andrew, we obviously have been talking a lot about good for the Red Sox, but Boston sports as a whole in the past 24 hours have taken a pretty big W. Yesterday, I was actually in Martha's Vineyard, if anyone was wondering. It was a fun time. But the best part is when I saw a tweet from Shams Charania saying that the Celtics traded George Niang back to the Utah Jazz with 2 second-round picks in exchange for R.J. Is it Luis or Lewis?
I believe it's Luis, yeah.
R.J. Luis Jr., former, UMass attendee. Last year, played at St. John's, averaged, 18 points per game?
Close to 20 points, I believe it was 18.5 points. Yeah. Won Big East Player of the Year. He was the leading player for St. John's, who was the number 2 seed in March Madness. They did get upset, but Luis was the driving factor behind their entire successful season alongside Rick Pitino as the head coach, of course. But he did go undrafted, but he was a college stud. And I think with the right coaching staff in Boston, the right players around him, Luis could become a baller.
that's not the only move the Celtics made yesterday, too.
That is not
Celtics also picked up former Celtics assassin. You know, that's what they just do now. They just bring in guys that just absolutely cook them for no reason. Celtics signed Chris Boucher to a 1-year, $3 million deal, I believe. So, you know, Boucher's going to come in, be able to stretch the floor a little bit. I always thought honestly, Boucher was solid.
I love it. Yeah, I'm cool
with
it.
He never really got a lot of playing time, but when he was playing, he was good. He always cooked the Celtics whenever he played against them, so that was obviously fun.
And we've got more good news for Boston basketball, but this does not include the Boston Celtics at all.
Yeah.
The Connecticut Sun are confirmed to relocate to TD Garden and play out of Boston. I assume they're going to rebrand. Maybe be called the Boston something or the New England something, but regardless, they're playing all their games in the TD Garden. The attendance is going to skyrocket for average Connecticut Sun games. I think it's the best move they could have done.
I want to give a big shout out to Pags. Shout out to Steve Pagluca, man. If you guys don't know who Steve Pagluca is, he was one of the minority owners in the group that previously owned the Boston Celtics that just sold. But Pags, guy, you know, you saw a lot of Wick, Grossbeck. Pags was just as involved. Wick did a lot of the talking, but Pags was just as involved with the team. He was a great owner. I was hoping he was going to get the Celtics. Didn't end up happening, but I'm very glad that he's going to get the Connecticut Sun. I'm very glad that he got the Connecticut Sun. I think he's going to bring a lot of life to the team that they're going to need, bringing them to Boston, playing there. We saw what would happen every time. Granted, they were playing the Fever.
Yeah,
we saw what the attendance was like.
But
when the Sun came to Boston.
Boston loves their sports teams no matter who's playing. I think Boston is going to come together and rally for this Connecticut Sun team,
dude,
who recently have not been very good.
Yeah, I was very high on the Connecticut Sun a little bit. I was a big Caitlin Clark fan, as you know.
Yeah, we're all.
If we have a Boston team now, dude.
We're going to some games, man. We are going to some games.
I will go to some WNBA, dude.
We will be attending some Boston unknown team name
games.
Because I don't think they'll be the Sun. I think
the Boston WNBA team. We'll call it that for now. We'll give it the Commanders treatment.
The Boston basketball team.
Yep, there you go.
Because the Sun did make the finals a couple years ago. They have been good, but right now they're not great. But I love it. And then the WNBA in general is on the come up. So starting next year, they got 2 teams coming to the league, the Portland Fire and the Toronto Tempo. They got a team in Canada now, which is lit.
There you go. That's what you need. You need because there was a lot of controversy about that, right?
Yes,
like bringing the team in Canada. It was every team agreed to it except for the Liberty, I'm pretty sure.
Except for the Liberty, yep.
And people are like, Liberty, what are you doing? They're like, no. But I guess it got overruled.
One team is not going to change that whole thing.
I always thought stuff was rigged for the Liberty anyway, because did you watch the WNBA Finals last season?
Yeah.
So you saw what the commissioner was wearing when they gave Stewie Finals MVP?
Yeah.
She was wearing a dress with the Statue of Liberty on it.
I was still happy the Liberty won, though, because I actually do love the Liberty. I love Stewart. I love Ionescu.
Sabrina just won Player of the Month, too, in the WNBA.
Sabrina Ionescu is a dog.
She's so good.
And I currently wear her shoes when I play basketball. Her Nike shoes.
Her shoes are really so good.
They're so comfortable, and they're good looking.
They feel like Kobe's too. Yeah, Sabrina makes great shoes. Sabrina, what she's doing with Nike is fire.
Yeah, what Nike's doing with the WNBA is fire. I love the rep that the WNBA is getting, and there's more news to that. So those are the confirmed teams that are playing next year. Also, what's been confirmed, but it's very unknown at the time. There are 3 more WNBA teams that are going to play by the year 2029. We got a team coming to Philly, a team coming to Detroit, and a team going to Cleveland.
Wow.
So by 2029,
Andrew, that deserves a clap.
18 WNBA teams in the league. And those are major cities
to
host teams.
The Sporkle's just going to get harder.
So now it's not about having the 4 major teams. It's starting to look like what cities own the 5 major teams. That's what it's going to start to become. And right now, it's going to be Boston, Detroit, Dallas, LA, New York. Does Denver have a WNBA team? I don't think they do yet.
Denver does not.
So now Denver has the Big 4. They need the Fab 5.
They need the Fab 5, and Boston's going to have the Fab 5.
Boston's got the Fab 5. The greatest sports city on the planet just got themselves another great team. So love all the stuff going on with the WNBA. Yeah. So now let's head back to baseball, Tyler.
I want to transition into a guy that used to play for about 3 months, the best city in sports.
Yeah.
But then they let him walk in free agency. Kyle Schwarber.
Oh, man.
Guy is coming out of nowhere. Might make my PCA MVP pick look silly. Because I've been seeing a lot of PCA haters on Twitter for literally no reason. I don't know what the guy does wrong.
I have been too. I've also been seeing PCA hate.
Like, what does he do wrong? Like, does he piss people off? Like,
he just makes a couple minor mistakes, but
like, what does he do to, like, piss people off, like, off the field? Like, he's just a guy playing a game that he loves, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't really know what he does wrong.
Kyle Schwarber has been an absolute tear. He just got to 40 home runs. He's a little bit behind Cal Raleigh right now. 94 RBIs, which is leading the league. And right now, this is all according to Andrew's stats. This is not mine. Shout out to Andrew for doing this for me while I was editing earlier.
Yes, sir.
He's projected to finish the season with 57 home runs, 135 RBIs.
That is confirmed.
And in the last 15 days, he has 8 home runs and 20 RBIs, and he's batting .350, which for Kyle Schwarber, a .350 average is insane given how much he strikes out.
Schwarber is not an average batter. He is a power hitter, which is why he is second in the league in home runs. He does not usually have the average because Cal Raleigh is just the same way. Like, his average is not nearly as high as some other players. But Schwarber batting .350 in the last, what 2 weeks?
Yeah.
That's dangerous. That is dangerous.
And I saw the clip the other day of, you know how the Phillies are notorious for showing home runs without the announcer sound?
Yeah.
I saw when the other day, Kyle Schwarber had 2 home runs. Second one, bases were juiced. Whole crowd is chanting MVP. First pitch, Kyle Schwarber. I'm pretty sure the baseball had like a wife and kids, maybe. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it used to.
It did, but then the ball just got spanked to right field.
The wife and kids don't have a baseball anymore.
Yeah, they don't have a baseball anymore. It was very unfortunate, but the ball, dude.
A fan has a baseball.
The ball definitely went out with a bang, though.
A fan almost didn't have a baseball. That ball almost left Citizens Bank. It almost landed in New Jersey. But, I mean, the fact that we're seeing Kyle Schwarber MVP talks right now is kind of good to see. I love Kyle Schwarber. I've always loved Schwarber.
You can't hate Kyle Schwarber. Like, even when he was with the Red Sox and he made the play at first base and he went over to the fans and was like, yeah.
Yeah, Schwarber is an awesome player. Now
he's just such a likable player.
He's getting elevated from an elite role player to being one of the best players in the league. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I saw talks not even too long ago. It was people saying that Kyle Schwarber is the greatest bad player of all time. I'm like, how can you call this guy a bad player?
Who calls Kyle Schwarber a bad player?
But like, he's not like a superstar player.
No, he's not at all. He's always been a role player.
You know, like he's not like a Judge type of player. I guess Judge is kind of crazy. He's not a Stanton type of player.
Kyle Schwarber deserves to be in the Hall of Good.
Yeah, I'd say Hall of Very Good.
Have you ever seen the Hall of Good on Instagram?
If he wins MVP, he's Hall of Very Good material.
I agree. But if he wins MVP, he's a first ballot Hall of Very Good.
Yeah.
And then he'd be in the Hall of Good, Hall of Fame.
He's unanimous Hall of Good.
Yeah, unanimous Hall of Good, first ballot Hall of Fame. Kyle Schwarber is very good at baseball. Right now, he's the best he's ever been.
He knows how to hit the ball really well. He's got good hand-eye coordination, as some would say.
So that's not the last. We got to talk about the Phillies. Now it's time for Stock Up, Stock Down. Welcome to Stock Up, Stock Down. As I mentioned, we have more Phillies to talk about, Tyler, because my Stock Up is Chris Sanchez. I assume most of you know who Chris Sanchez is by now. He's the Phillies' second pitcher in the rotation. This season, he's 10-3 with a 2.4 ERA, which is really, really good in itself. Recently, he just had a performance against the Tigers that consisted of an 8-inning performance with 5 hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts against one of the best teams in baseball. Chris Sanchez has absolutely been rolling. In his last 3 games, the opponent's batting average has been .186, and his ERA has been 1.8. Chris Sanchez is not the starting pitcher on the rotation for the Phillies. That's how dangerous the Phillies are. My stock up is Chris Sanchez because I think eventually he will get first pitching role on a different team.
Yeah. The fact that you got a guy playing that good and he's not your ace. I guess you can have like a 1-2 punch, but the fact that he isn't your ace and you have a guy.
It kind of reminds me of the Nationals when they had
Scherzer and Strasburg.
Yes. I was blanking on Scherzer's name. I was like, I got Strasburg, who was Scherzer and Strasburg. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
So my stock up is another lefty, but it's not a lefty pitcher. It's a lefty hitter. It's this guy on the Miami Marlins. His name's Kyle Stowers.
Yeah.
Only All-Star for the Marlins, and you know how the All-Star works. Every team needs one. But this guy.
Kyle Stowers deserved to be an All-Star.
Chris Collinsworth would say, now here's a guy.
Who
knows how to hit the baseball really well.
Tyler, that just made me smile because I can't wait for football to be back in a month. But we'll keep going on Kyle Stowers.
But now here's a guy who knows how to hit the ball really well. 2 home runs against the Yankees. I'm pretty sure he had a walk-off against them.
He did.
Pretty sure, yeah. He hit a grand slam too, I think. I want to say.
I think he did. The walk-off was in extras, and he did also hit a grand slam.
He hit a grand slam as well. I mean, Kyle Stowers has been hitting the crap out of the baseball lately. It's been a sight to see for sure.
So, we're going to continue with the baseball here for the stock down. Now we got to get a little more negative. My stock down is the entire franchise in the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah.
For those of you who paid attention during trade deadline, the Twins traded just about everyone. I mean,
except for Joe Ryan. I just want to put that out there real quick. We could have had Joe Ryan.
The only 2 players who are still in the Twins that are now going to rot there are Joe Ryan and Byron Buxton.
Yeah, and
everyone else is gone. Correa went back to Houston, which
They still have Royce Lewis.
I hate Correa so much, but that's besides the point. Byron Buxton has given Minnesota everything. He has been such a good player for them for so many years, and for them to just be such an awful cheap. Their management is very similar to the Red Sox. They're very cheap. They like to make money more than they do like to win. It was revealed that the Twins at one point in the season were negative $440 million in player debt. So this deadline, they were forced to get rid of their entire team because they realized that they were in the worst debt in sports history.
Wow.
So they had to get rid of everyone, and their management is just awful. Now they're going to be atrocious for the foreseeable future.
There's just one thing I want to say about the Twins. I really hope that intern at Fox Sports gets fired for making me so happy for 2 seconds and then deleting the tweet. You know what I'm talking about? When they said
that was awful. When they said the Red Sox traded for Joe Ryan.
So mad. I was actually so
I didn't even understand what happened there. The deal was done, and then they just went back on it. I don't know.
I don't know. But, my stock down has to do with the trade deadline as well. My stock down is the Yankees bullpen.
And you know what? That deserves a clap.
Deserves a clap. It deserves a clap for the wrong reasons. They suck really bad.
God, I love when the Yankees suck. Yep. I really do.
Like David Ortiz said to Gunnar Henderson, I really like it when the Yankees lose.
I also
really like it when the Yankees lose. But Camilo Doval obviously got walked off by, what's his name, Josh Young.
Yep. David
Bednar has been terrible. Honestly, the whole bullpen's been terrible. But those are two of the new guys that have really sucked. Jake Bird got shelled and then he got sent down to AAA, which it's a very Yankees trade deadline thing to happen. Trade for a guy you think's going to be good.
What's his name that played right field? Committed that error.
Yeah, he did.
Against Miami that ended up losing the game.
Don't forget about Jason Dominguez. He's really bad, too.
Oh, Dominguez is awful.
He can't catch it. I think I have a better chance of catching some balls than he does. Now, granted, he's a professional athlete, and this is all jokes. I don't want to get
He is very good at baseball.
I don't want to get boom roasted by an athlete, you know what I mean?
All right, Dominguez or Connor Wong at catcher.
Oh, I'd have to say Connor Wong at catcher because Connor Wong knows how to play the position.
But then they have to hit when they go up to the plate.
Oh, wow. For defense, give me Connor Wong. For offense, I'll take Jason Dominguez.
Well, which one would you rather have on your team? Would you rather have bad catching or bad hitting from a catcher?
I guess bad hitting.
So you'd keep Connor Wong.
Well, yeah, you gotta be able to catch the ball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's fair.
It's
fair.
It's the one position you have to be able to catch.
You can have other dudes who can hit, but in terms of defense, the catcher is the second most important position in baseball.
Other than what? Shortstop?
I'd probably say pitcher.
Oh, well, yeah. But pitcher's different. Pitcher's different.
I'd say catcher's more important than shortstop.
Yeah. I thought you were including the fielders. I wouldn't count a pitcher.
Just including fielders is catcher, then shortstop.
Definitely.
I'd agree. All right, so for a decently quick stock down. Yeah. Straight, simple, to the point. The Yankees suck. Next up is Wheel of Takes.
Yeah, we can just ease
Let's get right into it because we have the wheel. No point in setting it up.
Let's switch it up today. I usually go first. Let's have you go first this time.
All right,
so I'll spin it for you. NBA. Nice.
Love the NBA. NBA is coming up in 2 months.
It is, yeah. Oh, there's one thing I want to say before we jump into your take. Luka signed an extension with the Lakers that keeps him there through 20.
Oh, my goodness. We did forget to talk about that.
We didn't mention that, but, I don't really care about the Lakers. So, yeah, Luka got extended.
Luka did get extended. So
LeBron's going to leave anyway. So
it's a great time for the Lakers to lose in the first round and then make more money because fans like the Lakers because they're in L.A. Yeah. Just so they can lose again with popular players. Yep. They wear yellow. They like yellow there.
Wear the shirts. That's all I got to say is wear the shirts.
Okay, so this isn't a take, though. I did want to talk about this. Have you seen the new City Edition jerseys for the NBA?
I saw
they just brought back all the classic ones.
Yeah,
because
I saw
Nike
the text
has no creativity.
I saw all the text. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what some of them look like. I'll need to see the pictures again. But
80% of them are throwbacks, and the Celtics is some stupid white and gold. It's whatever. All right, now to think of a take. So this take goes back into 2018. My take is if Durant re-signs with the Thunder, or if he goes and joins the Wizards or something that he was gonna do instead of the Warriors,
or the Celtics, but yeah,
or the Celtics. That was an option. I forgot about that. Honestly, Harden beats the Clay and Steph Warriors in 2018 and wins the finals.
I agree with that.
That's my take. Harden would beat LeBron too. Harden. I think Durant was the reason the Warriors beat the Rockets. It was not Steph.
Harden was able to get them to Game 7 with all of that, and he was missing his second best player. I agree with that.
Yeah. So without Durant, I think Harden wins in 2018, and then in 2017, that could happen too.
I'm also a huge James Harden guy, so you really just got me there.
Yeah. We're both big James Harden fans, and I know That's something we agree on. Not everyone will agree.
Not everyone's going to agree on that.
Not everyone's going to agree with that. There's some really devoted Warriors fans out there that will say Stephen Clay won 73-9 the year before. They would have just done the same thing.
Did they win the finals?
Did they win the finals?
Did they win the finals?
No,
they didn't.
We do not know if they would have been able to do what they did without Kevin Durant.
All I gotta say about James Harden is if anyone disagrees with that take, just look up Stephen A. Smith, James Harden.
James Harden was such a dog, and they had Chris Paul when he was still pretty good. Eric Gordon was pretty good then. Clint Capella got the job done. I think the Rockets win the 2018 Finals as long as just Durant's not there. Curry and Clay are still there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And they could have maybe won another one in 2017 or 2019. Never know.
Maybe,
you never know. But that's my take.
They
for sure win in 2018. Harden could potentially have multiple rings if Durant does not choose to be the snake that he ended up becoming.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right,
Andrew. Time for me.
Hit me.
Spin for Tyler. We always do like this team's gonna win, so I wanted to give like a throwback take. You get Coach in the hot seat. We haven't had this one in a while.
Coach in the hot seat, and I'm gonna pick a very basic answer, but one of my closest friends, Benny Barber, he's a Yankees fan, so he'll agree with me. Aaron Boone.
I mean,
worst decision maker in all of sports. Probably a worse decision maker than some GMs out there.
I think Aaron Boone gets fired pretty quickly.
For Yankees fans' sake, I really hope he does. But for my sake, I hope they keep him. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like Aaron Boone
did one thing in his life. He walked off the Red Sox.
I was about to say, there's a lot we can talk about Aaron Boone. In 2003, he walked off the Sox.
That's the only thing he ever did, though.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, he just kind of just sat there and chilled.
Then, like, people can argue that Boone made the World Series last year, so why fire him this year? He rides his players' success. He's not the reason.
He had the number 1 and number 2 MVP candidates on his team.
Exactly. He's not the reason they made the World Series. And people like to argue that Aaron Boone's a good manager because of how often he gets ejected. Because whenever his players argue with the ump or whatever, he always runs out there, throws his gum, and then argues with the refs. And people act like he's a good manager because of that. Like,
no.
That's like calling Missoula the best coach in the NBA because of how tough he tries to act all the time. And I'm not comparing Missoula to Boone. Missoula's a much better coach than
Missoula
Boone
knows how to get the job done.
But Missoula's not the best coach in the NBA.
No, yeah.
And people sometimes...
I'd say Missoula's at least like top 5. I don't think...
I'd say, but
Aaron Boone's not even top 15.
No, Boone is awful. And I hate Aaron Boone so much. The look on his face, he reminds me of Sean Payton.
Yeah, he kind of just...
He really reminds me of Sean Payton.
He's not a risk taker like Sean Payton.
I hate them both.
That's what I like about... The thing I like about Sean Payton is he takes risks.
No. Sean Payton's the worst.
He coached the Saints, so yeah, I guess you don't like him.
Sean Payton's just the worst. He did the bounty gate. Like, he's an awful human.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aaron Boone, I personally don't think he's going to get fired this year. Mm-hmm. I really don't. Like, I think they're going to keep him because he did make the World Series last year, and people will argue that he should be part of that, and they've made the playoffs for years.
Yeah.
And as of right now, the Yankees are still a wild card team. I hope they're not.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be nice if the Yankees missed the wild card, and then they still choose to keep Boone.
Because you know what would be the greatest part about that? It wouldn't even be anything about Boone.
What's that?
It would be all the crap they talked about Juan Soto and saying that they didn't need him.
Exactly.
And they would literally be going from making the World Series to not making the playoffs. And
then they'll realize that Judge is not the driving factor in that.
And that Cal Raleigh's AL MVP.
Juan Soto.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that a lot of this episode has been like just trashing the Yankees, and I'm all for it.
And I'm all for it, man. Oh my goodness,
shout out to
Yankees.
my cousin Kevin Bethel, man. You know who you are. Yankees suck.
Shout out to my Syracuse roommate, Ben Thomas. Yankees suck. They always will suck. You guys have been alive for 1 ring. That's it.
Ben,
we've been alive for 3.
I don't know if I'll ever meet you, but you'll definitely hear about me. And I want you to know, the Yankees suck.
Yankees suck.
So now, Andrew, let's get right into final roster before On the Clock. We're not going to tell you the segment for On the Clock yet. We're going to gatekeep that one.
Oh, man,
I'll let you guys know.
So.
But mine is kind of like a reverse start bench cut because like you're going to want to cut all of them. You're not going to want to start any of them.
It's like a hatred start bench cut?
It's a hatred start bench cut. So cut is like, I guess we'll do cut bench start, I guess. So it's going to be annoying fan bases.
Oh, my God.
Lakers fans,
all right.
Yankees fans, and all of Philly fans. Particularly for me, at least, Sixers and Eagles, because I like what the Phillies do.
Could you turn Yankees fans into honestly just like New York fans? Because Knicks fans are just as bad.
We'll do like Yankees, Rangers, Knicks.
Okay.
Because Mets fans are cool.
No, but that's what I mean. That's how I affiliate New York fans. It's Yankees, Knicks, Rangers,
Giants,
and then it's Jets, Nets, Mets, and
and Islanders.
Islanders, yeah. That's how I associate the two.
Okay.
And then. Okay, so So am I starting the most annoying?
No, you're cutting the most annoying. It's kind of like reverse
It's
psychology.
like who's the least annoying fan base?
Who's the least annoying is gonna start.
Okay, so I'm starting Lakers fans. I am starting Lakers fans because Lakers fans, in my opinion, aren't real fans. Like,
yeah, that is true.
They're either little kids that are bandwagons for LeBron and now Luka, or they're celebrities that happen to live out in the LA area that go to every game because they have money. Like,
but there's also just like the other bandwagons that those are the ones that piss me off the most.
The bandwagons make me mad. I will say that. But the celebrities, like, I don't care. I don't really care at all.
Yeah.
But the little kids and everyone that's a bandwagon that every offseason they'll put every current free agent in a Lakers uniform and say this is so happening. And what pisses me off almost more than Lakers fans is all the other fans who just side with the Lakers because of how much everyone hates the Celtics. Like, in general, just everyone that's not a Celtics fan, I kind of hate.
They just hate
because of how much everyone hates the Celtics. And
I think
they side with the Lakers in every argument about the two.
That's what makes them, statistically, I think,
what makes
the greatest
it annoying.
That's what I think makes the Celtics the greatest franchise because, like...
Oh, 100%.
Because it's all hate us because you ain't us. Because Yankees fans make the same argument.
The Celtics are the greatest franchise in the NBA.
Yeah.
They're significantly better than the Lakers.
And I won't argue this. The Yankees are probably the greatest baseball franchise to ever exist, right?
It's the Celtics, the Yankees, the Canadians, and the what league am I missing? NFL Patriots.
Yeah.
Not the Steelers.
Not the Steelers, no.
It's not the Steelers. Don't even try to start with the Steelers, all right? The Steelers won 4 rings.
Do the Canadians have the most cups?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By a lot. So
you're starting the Lakers fans, what you're saying?
I think I'm still going to start the Lakers fans. I can't even get into New York and Philly fans right now. I'm going to go insane. Phillies fans, I meant to say Philly fans, but right now I'm going to talk about Phillies fans, the ones that claim that the Phillies have the real Red October. Enough with that, all right? No bias at all.
That has to stop. That actually has to stop.
Everyone agrees, not even just Red Sox fans, everyone agrees that Fenway is Red October because it was in 2004 that it got the name Red October. Yeah. And now it's been using that every year. And that's not just Red Sox fans saying that. Everyone agrees with that. And everyone agrees that Phillies fans are just stuck in their 2022 season where they didn't win. They lost to the Astros. The Phillies fans are annoying because of how much they want to be the Red Sox in terms of atmosphere, which it is a good atmosphere.
I'd say 2 of the last 3 World Series, the loser has been remembered more than the winner, I'd say.
Yeah,
no, the Dodgers last year were obviously fun, but, like, crapping on the Yankees for losing was more fun for me. But then that magic of the Phillies 2022 run just outweighed the Astros.
It was like the Red Sox 2021 season, but they went a little bit further. But here's the thing with the Red Sox in Red October. They have not lost a World Series, and I can't even remember how long. Ever since the year 2000, they're 4-0 in the World Series.
Yeah.
Home field advantage gets you that kind of stats. Mm-hmm. Fenway, we all remember Cedon Rafaela's walk-off against the Rays about a month ago.
Oh,
the crowd pop in that video, you can't compare that to any other stadium in the regular season. No one else has that.
Yeah, that was insane. So
Phillies fans comparing that to the Red Sox is super annoying. And then we get into Eagles fans. Eagles fans are the worst people on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. It's not just the fact that they're annoying. There's some really mean words that we could use
they're borderline the devil,
to name them, but they're actually awful people.
Yeah, they are.
There's videos of back in the day, not back in the day, it was like 2017. When the Vikings went to Philly, there was this really old Vikings fan named Millie, and the Phillies fans were like throwing like beer at him, and they were chanting stuff about him, like awful things about him. Like Eagles fans are the worst. Yes. They really are. I can't put Eagles fans above Yankees fans, even though Yankees fans are annoying and they're also super trashy. Like, remember when A-Rod swatted the ball out of Kurt Schilling's hand, then the ump called him out, and then the whole stadium throws a bunch of beer, baseballs, everything on the field, and they had to call the game for a little bit.
At A-Rod?
No, at the umps, at the Red Sox in the stadium. Yeah. They were like, it was raining bottles, raining baseballs, raining souvenirs, trying to hit Red Sox players and hit the umps. They were siding with A-Rod, and Yankees fans are the worst, but Philly fans are worse. So I'm going to start Laker fans, bench New York fans, because Knicks fans are terrible too. They made fun of Tatum's injury. Man, New York fans are awful too, but Philly fans are still the worst. Yeah. So I'm going to go LA and New York. Philly.
So you actually gave me all my time I needed to think about mine as I was listening to your reasoning. You might hate me for this. I'm going off of my experience with
and
these people.
that was a yap session. I apologize.
I'm going to go off of my experience with these people. So you might hate me for this. I'm going to start Philly.
I can't.
It's only because we own them in literally everything.
We do, but that doesn't justify the fans.
Baseball doesn't count. The Sixers, we don't need to talk about ownership of the Philadelphia 76ers.
The 76ers are just sad.
Pretty sure Tatum is like a partner in the Philadelphia Phillies ownership.
I'm pretty sure Tatum, Brown,
Al Horford.
Al
Horford actually is like the legal guardian of Joel Embiid.
Yeah, because he went there for 2 years to like check in on them, make sure they were okay.
And he stole like $150 million from them.
Yeah, he took their money and then came back to us and then beat them again. So I actually, the 76ers are just, they're just sad.
Yeah. So I'd have to start Philly, even though I
can't do that.
No, I just know
they're the worst.
They're all bad. We all know that all these people.
They're
are
the
bad.
worst.
But me, I'm gonna bench Lakers fans, and it's because I've seen some awful Lakers fans in my life.
Yeah, no.
Not only just like spoiled idiots. Lakers.
That's why I don't like
delusional Lakers fans on Twitter are some of the dumbest and most annoying people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Lakers fans are just so stupid that it just annoys me so much.
They're dumb and entitled.
But I'm not gonna.
And being entitled is some of like that's. I hate seeing people so entitled.
Like I'm not gonna put entitled, annoying people behind
over like
people
genuine people that are awful.
Behind people that genuinely wish for athletes to be significantly hurt or worse.
Yeah, that's why New York's getting cut.
Fans that genuinely injure other fans.
Yeah, that's why New York's getting cut. To me, New York is like
New York and Philly are
so bad.
New York might get cut.
Like I saw a video of a guy watching Sixers Knicks, and he's getting all mad. Joel Embiid scores. Joel Embiid hits a shot and he like rolls his ankle. Second, Joel Embiid hits the floor. Every person at that house is like, yeah,
like that's,
yeah.
Oh my god, I can't even fathom that. And then
there's been times where like I'll think that for a second, then I'm like, okay, what am I doing? That you just can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't.
Every once in a while, like I'm not gonna lie, if my favorite team is playing someone, they get hurt, I'm like, oh, they're hurt. But then I'm like,
damn,
you can't.
Like there's one New York fan I have respect for, and it's not just because he plays a great Hal and Happy Gilmore. It's Ben Stiller. You know why? Because after Jason Tatum went down with the Achilles injury, Ben Stiller, I follow him on Twitter because big Knicks fan. Ben Stiller went on Twitter, and you want me to find this and read exactly what he said?
Yeah, sure. And I'm gonna give more reasoning on this between New York and Philly. Philly, I have at 1, not because of how they treat Boston, it's because of how they treat everyone. Like New York has done a lot more things to Boston than Philly has. So that's why the bias leans towards New York is worse. But some of the stuff I've seen from Eagles fans towards other fan bases that have no personal effect on me whatsoever, that I like, it's such awful stuff that I still don't think I could put Philly above anyone. But like when Tatum tore his Achilles, and I checked the comments of one of the Knicks posts, and all the comments were just like trashing on Tatum, celebrating Tatum's injury. Then you go to the Celtics Instagram and check the comments, and it's everyone just trashing Tatum still. And MSG was cheering when it happened.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like that's
so
bad.
That's the worst representation of fan base I can ever imagine.
And we're not even talking about Yankees fans right now. We're talking about the Knicks fans.
Yeah.
And then Rangers fans are the same as the Knicks fans.
Let me find this.
I don't have too much of a problem with Rangers fans. I hate Habs fans much more. Canadians fans, they're the worst. Actually, no, they're not. The Leafs fans are the worst. I still hate the Canadians, though.
So I'm still looking. Ben Stiller, man, this guy loves the Knicks.
Ben
Stiller.
Know
what it is. Ben Stiller Ben
Stiller, he's at every game, but I'm gonna put Philly ahead of New York.
Yeah. So, man, Ben Stiller, this dude's like me during a Celtics game. He just tweets everything. All right. So sorry for the little intermission right there, but this was Ben Stiller's quote after the Celtics mentioned Tatum had to repair his Achilles, and so he said, "Wishing a speedy and full recovery to a brilliant player and really kind person at Jason Tatum. As intense as every Knicks fan was rooting for the team, no one ever wants to see this. This was an amazing game because Tatum was at his best and entertaining us all. Much love and respect." That's probably the only Knicks fan that had something nice to say about that.
Yeah, and I imagine it's just because he's a celebrity too. Like,
he probably his PR team was definitely like, "Hey, do this," but like.
It's still Ben Stiller's
still
show of respect.
Ben Stiller's still the guy that
like Ben Stiller's got some great movies too. Like we love Ben Stiller.
We love Zoolander. We love White Goodman, who was actually drafted in one of our
Zoolander, White Goodman. Even Night at the Museum was a pretty good watch.
We were literally talking about this the other day. Night at the Museum, so great. So now, Andrew, all right, Andrew, we yapped a lot about my final roster.
That was a long final roster segment.
So now I want to hear yours.
So mine is very different from yours. I think it's gonna require some thinking, but it's not really like we won't be talking about it as much. It's gonna be a lot more silent thinking and editing.
Yeah.
Like cutting out. So mine is, I've picked 3 athletes who I think have the biggest like ice in their veins ever. The
clutchest athletes.
Like not just clutches, like clutchest, coldest, like winningest athletes ever. Ice in their veins. Start, bench, cut based on who is the coldest athlete.
So are we using this as like D'Angelo Russell as like you're trying to get to him allegedly just because of this?
Just because of this, yeah. Like who has the ice in their veins? Who's just pure dominance?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Tiger Woods. Who has the most ice in their veins? Out of 3 of the greatest athletes ever.
Oh my God.
The clutchest basketball player ever, the clutchest football player ever, the clutchest golfer ever, the winningest basketball player ever, the winningest football player ever, the winningest golfer ever.
All right. I'm going to preface this right away.
What's that?
Just because of how dominant he was and how he would literally win like things by multiple strokes, I have to cut Tiger. Just because of how dominant he would win some of these tournaments. Like he won the Masters by 11 strokes.
That's part of the ice in the veins.
That is unheard of.
But that's part of
it. It is part of the ice in the veins.
That's what I mean.
But I'm going off of like clutch gene. Like if I'm thinking clutch gene for ice in the veins, I'm thinking like
you could determine how you want to answer this, but
if Tiger's putting to like
the question is who's the coldest athlete?
Yeah, but the way I'm looking at it is if Tiger, it's like 10-foot putt, he gets a 2-stroke lead and he's gonna walk away with U.S. Open and he just walks away and sinks it.
That's what I mean. How can you cut that? That's the coldest thing I've ever seen.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's like my thought process.
And he would putt it and then he would walk over to his caddy and shake his hand before it goes in the hole. How can you cut that? But it's Michael Jordan.
It's Michael Jordan and Tom Brady, dude.
I know.
Michael Jordan, other than like Joe Johnson, probably has the most game winners in NBA history. Well, shout out to ISO Joe, by the way. ISO Joe was a snub from this list. I'm thinking, but we can't really compare. ISO Joe never won a ring.
Well, I'm not about to go Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, Joe Johnson.
Yeah, you got to go Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan. Damn. Okay.
So I'm kind of like silently thinking about this, trying to think.
This is really hard.
All right.
This is really
We'll cut to the answer.
Yeah.
We'll cut to the answer. We're going to do some thinking.
Yeah. This is really hard.
I know.
You suck.
All right. I have mine too, but I'm not happy to talk about it. I'll let you start.
All right. Guys, we're back from the intermission.
We're back.
Oh, my God. I have mine, Andrew.
I'm not happy to answer, but I have mine too. Tyler, I'll let you start here.
I told you I'm going to cut Tiger Woods. As hard as it is to do that, Tiger Woods would just win in such dominant fashion, as in like blowouts, I guess. And the other 2 guys had so many times where it was either the final drive of the game, last second shot, and they just delivered every single time.
Every time.
But when I say the start, you're going to know who the bench is. I'm going to start the undisputed GOAT of their sport, Tom Brady.
That's fair.
And I'm going to bench Michael Jordan and cut Tiger Woods. And it's so hard, but Tom Brady has the defying ice in your veins moment in any athlete's career of all time. Yeah. Led the greatest comeback in the history of sports. Not in just the history of football, in the history of any sport ever.
On the biggest stage.
And Tom Brady didn't flinch when they were down 28-3.
Tom Brady.
Whole time he's like, guys, come on.
For months.
He's like, guys, come on, let's go. We can do this. It's not over yet. And they just kept stacking, and they ended up.
There's a video of a mic'd up moment, and it's I don't know if you know who he is. Taylor Gabriel. He's a wide receiver for the Falcons. He was like wide receiver 3 at the time. Mm-hmm. And it's 28-3. It's the end of the third quarter, and they're all celebrating on the sidelines. And Taylor Gabriel goes, "Yo, it's Tom Brady though," and then.
He was seeing ghosts.
That's what I'm saying. He literally knew.
Like the fact that Tom Brady, when the team is up by 25 points, can get an opponent to say something like that. That is why Tom Brady is the definite start.
That's what I'm saying.
That is why Tom Brady is the definite start. You just gave me my clear reasoning right there.
That's that, and I agree with you. I'm starting Tom Brady too because Tom Brady, there will never be a contender for the GOAT in football ever again.
Because Tom Brady did it in every era of his career.
Every era of his
career. He was clutch
and
in every point in his life.
The one time where there was a debate where everyone was like, Mahomes could potentially pass Brady. They took on each other in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady won by 22 points.
Yeah. And then Mahomes this year. Like, I saw a clip of the Chiefs saying when they were down to the Eagles, the Patriots came back 28-3, and Steve Pagliuca was like, "That's right."
No, absolutely not.
Nothing happened.
Mahomes is like one of those really, really good quarterbacks that will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He'll be remembered forever.
He'll be a top 5 quarterback of all time.
Yeah, but Tom Brady is Tom Brady, man. Like, there will never be another Tom Brady. He's got 7. And he should have 9.
Here's the thing. There was a clip from Julian Edelman's podcast saying how Tom Brady had, like, the location of the Super Bowl while they were working out. And Julian Edelman's like, one more and you'll get Montana. And Brady just said, I'm not going for Montana. I'm going for Jordan. And he passed him.
And he passed Jordan. And he literally passed Jordan. I'm gonna give you guys a sec to answer this. How many NFL teams have more rings than Tom Brady?
All right, you guys typed out your answers? What's the answer to that, Andrew?
If you didn't type anything, you were right. There's not one team.
Yeah, there you go.
Not one team has more rings than Tom Brady. And that speaks levels.
So,
so I agree with you. Tom Brady's my number 1. Who are you benching? MJ?
Yeah,
that's right. You got Tiger.
So, yeah, MJ's going to have to hit the bench.
So when I was choosing between MJ and Tiger, I literally did not know what to do. Because if you've ever watched The Last Dance, how can you cut MJ?
Yeah. Michael Jordan literally made that to shut people up about, like, debating him and LeBron.
I know. Like, when your own teammates fear you because of how much trash you talk and how dominant you are, you can't cut that. So I'm going to do the same as you. I cut Tiger, and I benched Michael Jordan. But the fact that we cut someone who would do 10-foot putts on the hardest green ever and then just walk away to his caddy because he knew it was going in.
Someone else who's the undisputed GOAT of their sport.
Someone else who was also
and when Jordan is, like, not even the unanimous GOAT.
Which is also why Lakers fans are annoying because they like to say LeBron's the GOAT. The fact that Jordan's not the undisputed GOAT is a problem.
But if you look at LeBron's resume, like, Laker fans aside, LeBron's got an insane resume.
No, LeBron's resume is stupid. Yeah. It's better than MJ's.
It is, yeah.
It's better than MJ's, but MJ is the greatest. LeBron's probably more skilled, probably the best, but MJ's still the greatest. Greatness is not...
I would say LeBron's, like, the greatest, but Jordan was probably more dominant in their respected era. Even though it might be a crazy take because LeBron made it to the finals all those times, LeBron lost over half of them.
Jordan never went to Game 7.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that's greatness.
So, Andrew, we're going from button heads about the same topic. Now I think we're going to be ready to kill each other.
Yep.
You ready?
It's time for On the Clock.
Our On the Clock segment today is greatest sports duos of all time.
Tyler, this one killed me.
Andrew,
I'm not going to lie to you.
You have been blessed.
This one absolutely killed me.
You've been blessed with the number 1 overall pick. Use it wisely.
So I do have my number 1 set to go. This is tough because after the 101, I'm not sure where you're going to go with this, and I'm not sure how the path is going to decide itself. But number 1 is something that not many people were alive for. It's Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. In my opinion, it is the greatest duo ever.
They were on my list as well.
It is the greatest duo ever. There's no doubt about it. They were the number 1 greatest duo ever. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, at the time there were 15 MLB teams. In the 12 years they were together, they had more home runs than 12 of the 15 teams in those 12 years. Just them two.
That's insane.
Them two combined had more home runs than 12 of the 15 teams.
That's actually insane.
They won 6 rings together. Babe Ruth had 500 home runs in that span. Lou Gehrig had around 400.
That's insane.
And as I mentioned, they won 5 World Series. They were called Murderers Row, the toughest nickname for a group of people of all time.
That's
Murderers Row.
That's insane.
That era of Yankees baseball was the most dominant. That was the most dominant duo ever. They have to be the greatest duo of all time.
Yeah, they were on my list as well. So now I think I'm going to take the pretty obvious next duo. I'm going to take Jordan and Pippen.
So that's where I was torn between. I did not know if I was going to go between Jordan and Pippen.
Yeah.
Or Gehrig and Ruth. But the reason I went Gehrig and Ruth is because I believe that there are so many elite basketball duos. But MJ and Pippen,
they're the duo.
They're the duo.
They started what it means to be an elite duo.
They were probably They
went for 3 of the championships. It was just them two.
6-0.
Then Dennis Rodman.
No Game 7. Dennis Rodman. Yeah, they were a big 3 for 3 of them. But MJ
Jordan
and
Pippen won 6
MJ and Pippen
together.
are the two. They're the two. So Now this is where it gets tough.
This gets really difficult. Yeah.
I don't know where we go from here. I knew those were going to be the first two picks. I'm trying to maybe like combat what you're going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going to go with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski with my
I was about to pick
201s.
that.
Yep.
Oh, I hate you.
And I know what you're going to pick next, but I chose Brady and Gronk because they are best friends. They won 4 Super Bowls together.
They did.
They won a Super Bowl on multiple different teams.
They did.
They have 15 touchdowns together in the playoffs from Brady to Gronk. By far the most ever. It's almost double Montana Rice.
Jesus.
That is the most insane stat ever. Gronk is the greatest tight end ever.
Yeah.
Brady's the greatest quarterback
of
ever.
all time. Yep.
You get those two together,
And
and you got yourself one of the greatest duos in sports history, the greatest duo in football history. They'll be best friends forever. I can't not pick Brady and Gronk. You got Gronk's stupidity plus dominance, and you got Brady's just everything. You got Tom Brady.
This next one is gonna hurt my soul to draft it, but when it comes to success, you have to take it. I'm going Magic and Kareem.
That was of course.
Magic and Kareem
And
won
I
5
was
NBA
gonna tell this
championships
to you.
together.
Magic and Kareem were the original NBA duo.
They were the original duo.
5 championships together in a
5
span of
chips
what was
together.
it, 12 seasons?
Yeah.
I think they have
Insane.
9 MVPs combined together. Kareem's got 6.
Kareem has 6.
Magic's
Magic
got
has
3. Yep. They were
insane.
the Showtime Lakers, man. That was special, and it hurts as Celtics fans to
It
pick
really
that.
hurts
But
to draft that. But
you got
I feel like I have
you
to.
gotta respect legends.
Yeah.
And they're legends.
Yeah, you do.
Plain and simple.
Say now. Back to
So,
you.
my next pick, this one's pretty easy for me. We're gonna go to hockey,
Yeah.
and it's the legendary duo of best friends Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier. In the
Wow.
1980s, they won 4 Stanley Cups together on the Edmonton Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
10 years later, they reunited on the Rangers together. They were way too old at that point to be able to win anything, but it's the fact that they were best friends since they were 16 years old when they played for Canada together. Then they both winded up on Edmonton together and just dominated the 80s, won 4 Stanley Cups. They're the greatest duo in NHL history, not even a debate in my mind.
Yeah.
They are also best friends, which was what makes a duo a duo. And yeah, they're best friends to this day. So I got to go with Gretzky and Messier, the most dominant duo in NHL history, and close friends since they were younger than us right now. Such a good story.
I think now I don't want to stick to basketball, but just because I think this one can rival what you're going to get, I have to go Kobe and Shaq.
Yep. You're right. Yep.
They three-peated. They were the last three-peat.
It's fair. That's fair.
In pro sports.
I was just about it. I was thinking Kobe and Shaq. The one reason I wasn't going to pick them is because of the drama that happened between them.
But this is on the court, on the ice, on the field,
yes,
whatever.
Yes, exactly. And their dominance was, like, they three-peated in just, 5 seasons together? Was that it? It was prime Shaq, and it was on the rise Kobe.
Yeah.
Like, what better duo can you really get on a court together?
Yeah.
And, of course, there was a ton of stuff behind the scenes, but they fixed that after they retired, and they became best friends.
They fixed it before Kobe died.
Before Kobe died, yeah. Shaq was crushed when that happened.
He was, yeah.
But they didn't talk to each other until Shaq retired. They were okay. Even in Kobe's last years playing, they were okay.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of the greatest duos of all time. That highlight tape of them is iconic for memes.
There's a clip I've seen of Shaq talking about how it was his son's birthday when they were playing the Trailblazers and was it the Eastern Conference Finals. And his son said to him, "Dad, the only thing I want for my birthday is I want you to win." So Shaq talks about how Kobe was at the top of the key ISO and shot glass went down, crossed up Scottie Pippen. Kobe and Shaq looked at each other and just knew what was going to happen. Kobe drives in, looks like he's throwing up a floater. Shaq goes up and gets it and dunks it, and you know what play I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And Shaq said he pointed up into the stands, and people always wondered what he was pointing at. He was pointing at his son in a suite.
That's
because
awesome.
What was going to happen was going to come true.
And now that's the most iconic clip of them two ever.
Yep.
One of the most iconic NBA clips of all time.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Diesel, man. Oh my goodness. Prime Shaq was so dominant.
Yep.
And it killed because every time I kept picking someone else and I'm like, but Kobe and Shaq are right there.
Yeah.
So
it's like drafting in a 4-man fantasy league.
Honestly, it's so tough. It's so tough. Sorry, so now my next pick, I'm going to head over to basketball and go to the modern duo, the Splash Brothers of Steph and Clay.
Yeah.
They won 4 championships together. The greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history without a doubt, one of the greatest duos in NBA history, 100%.
Yeah.
They're also going to be brothers for life.
Mm-hmm.
Steph and Clay. It does like when you say Splash Brothers, everyone knows the Splash Brothers.
Yep.
Everyone knows Steph. Everyone knows Clay.
Yep.
Clay would score 40 points, barely dribble. Steph would have 45 points and 15 assists, all to Clay.
Yep.
And them two together would just create 100 points for the Warriors. It was magical, honestly, what they were able to do in the late 2010s.
Prime Steph and Clay.
They had everyone
was
on the planet captivated watching them shoot.
Yeah.
Because they are the two greatest shooters ever as a duo.
So unfair.
It was
the craziest Clay game to me was against, I think it was Indiana, when he had 60 points on 5 dribbles.
That's what I mean. It's the craziest thing ever. All he does is move around, catch it, and shoot. And Clay has, no one can debate on this. Clay has the best jump shot in NBA history.
Yeah,
Clay has the best looking jump shot in NBA
Clay's
history.
jump shot is like Ken Griffey
The
Jr.'s
form is
swing.
literally perfect. Yes, it's perfect. You can't get better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Steph Curry is obviously just an
now,
alien.
Yeah.
Greatest shooter ever.
I'm actually going to take another duo from the Bay Area that won the same amount of championships as Steph and Clay. I'm going to take Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
Yep, that's a
the
great
second
one.
greatest
The
NFL,
second greatest
NFL duo behind, what's the name?
Brady and Gronk.
Gronk.
They were the greatest NFL duo for quite some time. Also won 4 rings together.
Yep.
And he's the greatest wide receiver ever with the second greatest quarterback ever. You can't get much better than that.
Yeah.
That's a very valid pick. So now
it was so tough though, dude. This is your final pick. This is going to be really tough.
my final pick. All right, I'm torn between 3. And I will tell you the sport. Each of them are different sports. I have soccer, baseball, and football. But I'm going to go soccer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with Messi and Luis Suarez. They played together on Barcelona from 2013 to 2020. And they won 4 La Liga titles together. And then they won a ton of other championships. Can't even get into it. Mm-hmm. Every year, one of them led the La Liga in goals or assists. And they're also best friends. They now play together on Inter Miami, in Miami. Messi and Suarez are one of the greatest soccer duos ever. They were so dominant, and they're also best friends.
Yep. All right. My last one. This is tough. I'm like torn between 4.
Yeah, so we'll get into honorable mentions because it's so
5,
tough to pick.
It's technically 5, but one of them I don't want to take anymore because you made a really good point about a different one. So one's basketball.
All right.
One of them is hockey.
I know the hockey one.
One of them is tennis, which I think everybody in the world knows who the tennis one. And one of them is baseball.
I think I know your baseball one. I think I have it too.
All right. I have to take this because I think this duo broke basketball more than Steph and Clay. It's really hard, but in a different way, non the shooting aspect.
I know where you're going with this.
I'm going LeBron and Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that's fair. LeBron and Wade were legendary.
There was no stopping LeBron and D Wade.
Yeah, they were legendary.
There was quite literally nothing you could do when both of them were on the court.
Yeah, it was tough because I wanted to pick them, but I was thinking of whether the Miami Big 3 aspect got in the way of the duo, but I still don't.
But there's so much to talk about when it's just LeBron and Wade.
When it's just LeBron and Wade. The alley-oops.
Because they had so much time when Chris Bosh was injured, too.
Yeah.
To just absolutely, they could have folded so easily, and they just murdered everyone in their way.
The early 2010s Miami Heat were something else. The whole league hated them, but the whole league was captivated by watching them.
Andrew, when we have to debate who just won this draft,
we're gonna have to do that on camera because we'll be talking for an hour.
This is gonna be really hard.
We'll be talking for an hour. All right.
But yeah, I want to get some honorable mentions. I'll say mine real quick.
Yep.
One of them, I knew they weren't gonna get drafted, but I just had Tatum and Brown on here. Just had to show love to the guys.
Yep, love Tatum and Brown.
I wasn't gonna draft them, but then one of them that I said I wasn't gonna think about because you made a good point was Steph and KD.
Yeah.
But I think Steph and Clay are probably the definitive Steph duo.
Steph and Clay are the duo. I was also thinking that because Steph and KD, they won, but come on. Steph and Clay are the Splash Brothers. They're the reason Durant went there in the first place.
My hockey one was McDavid and Draisaitl, just the modern Gretzky and Messier without Stanley Cups. Tennis, we all know, Serena and Venus. Mm-hmm. And then what do you think my baseball one was?
I think, was it Red Sox?
No.
Then I do not know what it was.
It was Tom Glavine and Greg Maddux. From the 90s Atlanta Braves.
I was thinking of putting that on my list, but I didn't think I would draft it at all, so I didn't bother.
I didn't draft it because I think it's more of a big 3.
Yeah.
Because of Smoltz.
I didn't put it on there. And there's another one that I threw on just because I'm a Red Sox fan, obviously. I put on Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz.
Yeah, you got it.
Because they have 16 combined Silver Sluggers.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
The two of them, too, they only have 2 World Series together. But think about how impactful those were.
They were the first teammates to hit 40 home runs, have 100 RBIs, and bat over 300 since Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Like, that's legit. That's dominance. And then my last one was I was so close to drafting this over Suarez and Messi, but it's Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
I was so close to picking it. I was so close. But Montana and Rice and Brady and Gronk are a step above Manning and Harrison.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Because Manning and Harrison only got 1, right?
Yeah, they only got 1 ring. The other 2 got 4.
Yeah.
And their longevity. I wasn't able to validate having Manning and Harrison on the same level as them. Even though Manning is the 3rd greatest quarterback of all time, Marvin Harrison
is a
probably a top 10 receiver
top
of all
10,
time.
Maybe top 5.
Not top 5.
It's
he's
close. It's close.
Definitely
top 10.
He's 6 to 10, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that was a phenomenal.
Yeah, we might have to debate this another day.
We're going to debate this another day. Thank you guys for tuning in to the 11th episode of Sports Wire.
Yeah. Let us know down below.
I almost said sum it up. Well, the 11th sum it up, though.
Let us know down below who you guys think won, because
who won on the clock.
That might be a closer draft than the movie characters.
That's one of the closest ones I think we've ever had. So
that was really tough.
That was a great on the clock spin. It was a great Sports Wire show.
Yeah. On the clock still hasn't missed.
That was show 11.
Show 11, yeah.
Show 11, the sticks.
So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Tyler.
I'm Andrew.
We'll see you guys next time.